Hello guys, I'm Super Ron and welcome to 2026. I thought I'd start the year with a nice video rounding up what we achieved in 2025. The channel is in great shape, but as you may be able to pick up, I am not. I've started this year with an awful cold, but hopefully we'll be able to power through and get this video done. So I'm going to start, of course, by thanking you guys for all the views that you've given me over the year, because at the end of the day, if it wasn't for you, I'd just be a guy talking to myself in a shed. I was just having a little look through everything that we've achieved this year, and the stats for the channel are pretty amazing. Let's just recap the main things that we've done this year. We started the year at Autoshack, finishing off the white Mark 1 Caddy. That was a humongous project that escalated and escalated and escalated. That's a full underside restoration, a full engine conversion, hidden wiring looms, full air ride suspension, and the end result was absolutely spot on. We finished that about this time last year, and then we were straight on to the next project, which was the Mark III Golf that we also 20 valve turbo converted. That was a really successful series. You guys seem to jump on that and absolutely love it. We used the whole TT donor, stripped it down and carried on through the conversion. As soon as that one was out, we moved on to the blue C5 RS6. Another job that escalated massively. That came in for just the exhaust manifold blow, but once we got the engine out, there was a whole list of problems with it. Ended up having new turbos, new intercoolers. We've done all the belts, all the chains, did all the gaskets top to bottom and put it all back together. That was a really unique, cool looking car in a very unusual colour for a C5 RS6. Again, you guys seem to have loved that, seeing inside and out all the parts of the C5s that you don't usually see. While we were waiting for parts on the RS6, we had a B3 Passat in, which was really cool. That had a 20 valve turbo conversion, and it was in with us to fit a bigger turbo to chase even more power. That escalated a little bit as well because the conversion was kind of just chucked in. So Super Ron was let unleashed and could take all the wiring out and wire it all in properly, and that went back to a very happy customer. After that, we had a car that had been on the channel before, that red 964 C4 Porsche. In the previous episode at the old Autoshack, we had the engine, the transmission, the torque tube, the diff, the whole drivetrain out of that for a refresh, and it was back with us this year for Bilstein suspension. Those C4s always seem to look like they're doing a bit of a wheelie, and this ironed it out nicely. It is a stunning car, and that is in fact back with us in the new year for another super cool job. Once that was done, we had another Mark 1 Caddy in. Purely from seeing our work on the white one, the owner of the black Caddy wanted the same work done. It actually only came in just for a little service, a cam belt and have a play with the carbs. That ended up escalating into a full air ride 4-link TA Technics conversion. We fitted weather carbs and a whole load of other jobs as well. We've actually got that booked in for the new year also, and that's going to be a big project for 2026. While we were waiting for parts for that, we also had a stunning static Mark V Golf in with the aim to fit Lamborghini Urus brakes on it. Although they did fit on the car, sadly, the 20-inch wheels weren't big enough to fit over the brakes, so we had to unfortunately abandon that project, and we didn't get to see those massive 10-pot bananas sitting behind the wheels. But that one did catch quite a bit of attention, and the views on that video and the subscribers shot up in that little period. Once we got that one back in, we went over to Japan because we had that JDM 300ZX in for lots of work. That's another returning car that we had on the channel before because I did a manual conversion on that at the old Autoshack, and since then that has been more and more modified to the car that you get to see today. The videos on that are really popular, especially from America. Most of the comments seem to be from the USA, so there's definitely a following for them there. After that, we seem to turn into a bit of an RS4 specialist. We had RS4 after RS4 after RS4. We had loads of B7s, we've had loads of B8s in, we've had loads of RS5s, which is the same platform. And all these people are coming in purely from seeing the previous videos and wanting the same standard of work done to theirs, which is a real honour to do. After that, we came down to the G unit, and I took a bit of a gamble of fitting Chinese chains to my C5 RS6. It was a bit of a gamble, but so far, 6 months later, several thousand miles, it has paid off. We've got no problems, so I can report at the minute we've saved a couple of £1,000s with no ill effects. Once that's done, you saw my oldest son had just turned 16, so we did a full rebuild on his Aprilia SX50. Another job escalation. We bought it, we were going to give it just a quick service, and that ended up being stripped down to a bare frame. And we went through it top to bottom. But now, 4 months later, he has been non-stop on it. We haven't had any troubles, and he's done nearly 2,000 miles on the thing now. He has been everywhere and is loving it. It is a fantastic bike. He's carried on with the mods. He's got some stubby indicators now. He's got some underhang mirrors. He's looking after it well, and it is getting him everywhere. While all that was going on at the G unit, I was still working at Autoshack on a big power Mark II Golf track car. I didn't get a full video on that, but so many people were noticing it in the background. Things really can't get past you guys. So I did do an overview video of that, which also proved super popular. And then finally last week, I finished off the sticker wall. This was a year-long project. We've got new toolboxes, new sides, new lights, new signs, new sponsorship wall, and an extended sticker wall. So this has come out better than I could have ever imagined, and I absolutely love it. This is definitely my favourite part to be in the unit. Gives a great backdrop for the videos, and even I just stand here looking around it, and you can spot something different every time. So stats wise, the channel has done really, really well. We've got 3,500 more subscribers this year. There's been 54 hours of views from you lot, and the total views this year was 1.7 million. So 1.7 million people have viewed this little baby channel, which is absolutely crazy. That is a bit of a peak stat because one of those videos got 1.1 million views on its own. I've got no idea why. For some reason, I uploaded this little short.
When your boss thinks you're about to snap a bolt.
Yay.
But you got this.
Yeah. And the internet went wild for it. That alone got 1.1 million views on YouTube. It got 100,000 views on TikTok. Everywhere, for some reason, that just hit. So that has given us a great foundation to start the year 2026. Hopefully, we are going to carry on growing. I've got lots of things planned. We've got lots of cars booked in. Tomorrow, we're going to start T5 week, which is where I've got this blue T5 camper conversion to do. I'm going to aim to start the year with daily uploads. Also, the channel is kind of growing around Mark I 20 valve turbo conversions. So as luck would have it, we have got a load booked in. I've got a red Mark I 20 valve turbo show car booked in for lots of wiring to do. I've got another Mark I 4-door 20 valve turbo with lots of wiring to do. I've got a Mark I Golf Cabriolet with a rather special 1980 16 valve Turbo Technics conversion to wire in. And then we'll be back on that black Mark I Caddy for, well, I'll let you guess what engine conversion we've got planned for that. This year, there has been a few big gaps in the filming. Through the middle of the year, I had loads and loads of mic problems, which means you film a whole episode, you get back to edit it, and you're left with no audio. Sometimes there are little workarounds where you can do voiceovers, but when it's like this and I'm in front of the camera, there's just nothing you can do. The video is ruined. Especially when I'm at Autoshack, when we're working on cars, I can't do all the filming whilst the cars are in the workshop. I have to come before work and after work to do all the intros and outros. So after doing all that, getting home and then find the video is ruined, pretty much that has resulted in me saying, stuff that, I'm having a break. I've heard the word creator burnout mentioned before, but just didn't think it was much of a thing. But seriously, it is. When I go to all the effort of making these videos and then one crashes or a corrupt memory card or something like that, you just feel like the world has opened up and what is the point? As it turned out, it was the media mod on the GoPro kept disconnecting. So I got a new one of them and ever since we've been dandy. But I do make sure in between takes that I do just swipe it over and check that it has recorded okay. I've got this little voice in my head that says, check your mic on, check your mic on, check your mic on. And ever since then, everything has been dandy. So there has been so many times when I've just thought, what am I doing with my life? Why am I wasting my time? Let's just get rid of YouTube, carry on getting stuff done in real time. But when a video goes well, I feel like I'm on top of the world. When I'm out and about, I get recognized, I get people talking to me about the videos, I get people talking to each other about the videos, not realize they're talking about the same person. You saw all the companies that were so willing to join in with the sticker wall, with the banners, with the flags, with all the free gifts, the woolly hats, everything else that comes with it. And also companies that have joined in on the way. 12 Volt Planet has been a massive help to the channel with all the wiring jobs that I do, which is the majority of my work. They are always my first port of call. A lot of other companies all through the year have sent me jump packs, have sent me tyre inflators, have sent me diagnostical equipment. And I just have to remind myself, without the channel, I wouldn't have got any of that. And also this year, I had a bit of a personal milestone myself. I had my 40th birthday in the summer, and I can honestly say, well, apart from right now, I've never felt happier in my life. I had a big worry about reaching level 4, but as it turns out, it's not that bad. I've had quite a few life adjustments over the years, but now I'm definitely feeling the most settled I've ever been. And you also saw in the sticker episode, we got our sponsorship wall up. The little squares, just like in the zoo, where you can sponsor a square in the G Unit. And that video was just last week. We've got 3 more squares to fill in. So we've got Brad's been a big fan since the Megweb days. Go, Super Ron. Ricky B bought a square. Here for the knowledge and vibes, Super Ron, top bloke. And Beer Lost Bangers. Loving the sticker wall, currently stored in a Mark 1 caddy. So 3 more squares filled. We'll get this back in the corner. Lots more squares still to go. Oh, man, barely alive. And who knows, maybe one of these years I can get back on with my own projects. Will it be 2026? Who knows? I wouldn't get your hopes up, but one of these years I've got to crack on with these. Maybe this will be the year that YouTube blows up, finally have some finances coming in from the channel, but it's not going anywhere. It will be done 1 year. Oh yeah, and this as well. So I'm going to end this video by saying a huge thank you to every single person that's ever watched the channel, every single person that's ever contributed. I'm going to go home, get myself a Lemsip, have an early night, ready to crack on tomorrow on the T5. Make sure you give this video a like, and I will see you for the next episode, and I will see you for the rest of 2026. But until then, make sure you have fun.